that took off and became the Stewart top, and in a couple steps they removed the seedling, so the top of the seedling, so all the top is going to be Stewart, and only from the graft on down is the original seedling.
Then again, you're talking about removing that in a couple steps when this thing starts growing, so you have something always feeding the roots.
So I'm going to just make sort of a side incision.
And you're going about a third of the way into the trunk, or halfway?
About a third of the way. Okay. And then I'm going to make the wedge. And the outside is going to need to be longer than
How often are you sharpening your knife, Jim? After every job you do?
Not as often as I might, I guess. It depends on, I use this knife for so many things, which is not the best idea, but it's what I use when I want to check out a fruit, or when I want to clean my fingernails or whatever.
I think that's nurseryman with pruning shears.
Yeah. Okay, so we will see how this fits in by bending the top over some. Maybe I'm going to need to make a shorter chip or wedge.
Is there any concern with time taking to do this kind of thing, as far as like stuff drying out, or you're working with stuff you don't have to worry about that much?
Well, that's one of the reasons I like to dip it in some water.
Got it.
Well, I'm going to see if I can go down deeper. The problem is that if you go real deep, then you I think that's pretty close. And then one of the things that they do that I remember is this way. That is pretty close. And then I'm going to use some parafilm to plug that gap. Plus, there was a funny thing I saw on TV, like a little short. Some guy he made buddies with this goose in this park. And then this goose zeroed in on him, I guess, what do they call it, ID on him, and it followed him around everywhere he went. And if he rode a bicycle, it flew with him. I just heard your goose there in the background.
Oh, yes. They let us know when people are walking around.
Yeah, good watchdogs. Well, I think that should be fine.
Cool.
And if it starts to move in a month, 6 weeks, we will know we were successful.
Is it the time of the year to graft, and this is why we're grafting now, or?
Well, I think January is pretty optimum
Right.
for the small stuff at least.
Do we, so, and it doesn't matter as far as varieties and when they're going to bud or anything like that?
I don't think so. Okay.